Hello and welcome to the tip of the week. This is going to be the first of a two-part series looking at sampling tips for long time measurements using a single reflection ATR. So this application question and tip resulted from a Pike ATR user, and I wanted to share it with you today. Sample is an aqueous sample and they're looking for pot life, so how that sample changes over long experiment times. So what's the best way to handle that? Well, we have our liquids retainer, we have a flow cell. Now I think the liquids retainer, it's not sealed well enough for these experiments that take a day or longer. So maybe the best solution would be using a flow cell, but don't use it as a flow cell, use it as a static cell. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I've introduced the flow cell before on a previous tip, but it's got some lure fittings and O-ring underneath. We're going to slide it over the crystal. We're going to use the high pressure clamp to compress the O-ring and seal. Now the flow cell has lure fittings, so we're going to fill our flow cell with the lure fittings. And once you've filled the cell, now we need a way to plug up the lure fittings. I would recommend our Teflon plugs that we sell with our demountable cell as well as our smart sealed transmission cell, and just take those in and press them in. Teflon's really flexible and you can pretty much mold it in there and get a good seal. So now you're ready for that long-term measurement over what might be hours or days. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned next week for our part 2, where we deal with more viscous samples that couldn't be put into a flow cell.